We will be in a healing Hatha practice, concentration on hips and on freeing the sciatica. So the sciatica is the longest nerve in our whole body, and a lot of us who are in a work from home or a shelter in place scenario are actually sitting a lot more than they would be if they were going to the workplace and walking to meetings, and we're actually not as mobile as we would be in our body. So me working from home now, I actually set an alarm, and I have like 15 minutes of trying to get up and walk around and stretch, and neck releases are important too. So find your sweet spot and go ahead and sit on your mat. You can cross your legs, just notice which one is on top. Bring your hands to your knees and just open the front of the chest, the front body, the heart, lift the chin. Feel the root of the seat pulling you down, and let the chin draw down to the chest, sitting tall, just reaching the chin down towards the front of the heart. Just the head drawing up. Pull the shoulder heads down and away from your ears. And exhale, chin drawing down to chest. So there's not a lot of spinal flexion here. Draw the chin up one more time and feel that expanse in the front of the neck. Reach the fingertips down to the mat, to the floor, to the earth, and tent them. So the head is up, the chin is up, the fingertips are down. Press into the fingertips to draw the chin back to the chest one more time. And root through one side, lifting the arm up and open the side body. You can walk the hand out. I like to come onto my forearm to get a little more depth. The opposite hip is drawing down to the earth. And as the head likes to look up and out to the hand this time, I'm going to invite you to look down towards the grounded arm. Maybe you can get the elbow to imprint on the earth. Extend out of the top arm, draw the shoulder head back, and you're just looking down. Turn the palm up, reach away with the hand, keep it extended nice and long. Coming up to the opposite side, take a moment, coming over. Maybe the palm, fingertips, again, forearm, if you desire more depth, come out and over the body. And the head, we're engineered in our asana practice to look up and to bring our energy outward and upward. Let your drishti, your point of focus, come down and connect to the earth. Maybe when you connect to the earth, you find more depth because your energy and awareness is going to that place and space. The opposite hip and root of the side body is long. And then instead of coming back up to the top, I'm going to have you reach forward with both hands, fingertips crawling out, head dropping down, and slide yourself up. Reverse the cross, opposite ankle over the top, hands to the shins. Now the chest lifting up. So the head and the chest and the heart are now coming into more of a spinal expansion. And exhale, chin tucking in and a rounding. So we're getting into some flexion. Inhale, coming forward. I want you to feel the sit bones starting to rotate. You can feel that sciatic nerve coming down and around the back and down the outside of the legs. So we really want to activate getting into the gluteus. So both the medius and the maximus have to get activated here. Inhale, coming up. Hands pull against shins. Charge the heart forward. One more time, let the flexion come into the upper back, neck, and shoulders. Pull your shoulders forward, draw the chin down. Inhale, charge the heart forward, pull the shoulder blades down the back, down, down, down the spine. And release the hands out. Turn onto your mat and draw the legs out. And we're going to lower onto our back. I know it's hard to start on the back because we're going to have to get back up, but come on down with me. If you have that strap or belt, I'm going to use my shirt. Just take it around the bottom of the right foot. And we're actually starting where we left off last week Sunday. And it's such a great place to get into the hamstrings without bringing any strain to the back. So those of you who are working with herniated disc and a lot of lumbar tension, sciatic nerve pinching, this is going to create space As you reach the sitting bone down and away on that extended leg, I want you to reach the heel to the sky. If you don't have a strap or anything, you're holding behind the thigh. So rather than reaching to the calf, hold behind the thigh and press your thigh into your laced hands. So you've interlaced fingertips, press the thigh into hands. A slight bend of the knee for those with a really tight hamstring is completely natural. So don't look at my straight leg and think that's the end-all be-all. Push thigh into hands, reach sitting bone to earth, press the extended leg to the earth and down. And you're going to create a little bit of that kind of positive pressure, that positive compression, that energy of spaciousness in the back, pushing thigh into hands, hands into thigh. Pushing thigh into hands and hands into thigh. We're not walking the hands up. We're not climbing towards the foot. You're rooting down. And then the extended leg is going to slide up, foot to earth, knee to sky. Cross the ankle over that thigh and let the knee reach away and down. So some people like to press on the inner thigh. That's absolutely fine. You're adding a little more press to the rotation. Others just like the leg will have enough opening, so you can kind of use the anchor of your foot and extend the knee away. Foot across thigh. Press the left foot into the mat. Reach the right knee away. And just open that right side body. So you're going to feel more space coming up into the rib, the intercostals opening. Literally lift your shoulders and walk them away from your own hip. Draw the head away. And let's invite our arms over our head. Extend out as though someone's pulling your hands and actually drawing your torso out of your hips. And reach the knee away in the opposite direction. So that opposition, hands overhead, knee reaching away. Flex the foot deeper so the ankle isn't bending. All the opening is coming from the hip. And then take a hold of the right wrist with your left hand and draw your torso away from the knee. So you're going to have a little more opening in the sideways side body. The left hand is holding right wrist. The side body is opening away from the bent knee that's opening out. And then let the knee come towards or onto the earth. Just let it come on down. It may touch the earth, it may not. You're efforting it to get there, and that little anchor hinge of the left knee is going to help. Bend the elbows, release the hands down, let the palms face to the sky. Now all of the motion is just the surrender in the hips and that gentle release through the lower back. So you're not jerking or twisting in any effort. You're really letting the body open up here. Bring the legs back to center, just crossing, and then the torso follows. Now lift the left leg and you're in this figure 4. Imagine that the foot of the left leg is pressing against a wall. Keep it flexed and draw the leg in. Don't use your hands yet. Use all the energy of your hips and your abdominals just to draw that in. Palms can press down or reach towards the bottom of your mat. Some of you may straighten the left leg and others may keep the flexion. So if hamstrings are super tight, I recommend the flexion so you can get more depth. If you're feeling really open, you can straighten and extend, but keep the root of the seat down. So you're not trying to lift the abdominals up and curl in. You're trying to reach the seat long, extend the tailbone towards the end of your mat, and reach the foot to the sky as your right knee opens away. So remember that opening of the right knee is really important here. Left leg is extended or knee bent. Now the hands can come through. Interlace under the thigh, right as you did with the opposite leg. Hold it. Release the right leg out and all the way down. Ooh. Extend the left leg to the sky. If you were working with a strap or something else before, you can use that tool. Everyone else, stay with me in this opposition. Hands to back of thigh, thigh, and hands pressing into one another. So there's a lot of, I wish I could show you the energy of my thigh and my hands really hugging each other in. As you do so, extend the right leg deeper on your mat as far as it will go, sliding the heel away from the sitting bone. So what happens when we have this sciatic compression coming down and that kind of hot, fiery pinching, that feeling of extreme heat and stress, is everything is combusting into the lower back, and you have this almost pinch around that nerve. And we want to open the lower back, expand. Same with the herniation of the disc. You want to create space in the lumbar. So the chest is lifting away, hands pressing into thigh, thigh into hands. Beautiful. Feel that nice opposition. Begin to slide the right foot to the earth, knee to sky. And then you're just crossing ankle over thigh, and the knee is reaching away. This time you can again start by pressing hand into thigh, so you can really feel that opening opposition outward. And then once you have that, root the right foot, so you're plugging into earth, and reach the hands over your head. Ooh, my God. So the hands reach over the head, and you're going to lift your torso and walk it a little to the right, away from the bent knee. You're going to take a hold of the left wrist and actually pull the side body away from the bent knee. Head is on the earth. So the opposition is coming down the sideways from the outer hip, up through the armpit, all the way to the outer edge of the elbow into the pinky finger. Our whole body, the interior of that fascia, this interconnected highway of nerves and of energy lines. And our job is to just drive those lines, drive those roads. Take the car out and breathe your breath through the body and really open up those pathways. So we're kind of driving on a couple of the dirt roads in our body that haven't been used for a while. Release the hands. Come back to center. Let the legs fall to the left, knee towards earth. Just a surrender. Hopefully you got that click of release in your back. You might have heard mine on the mic. Again, here, allowing the body to unravel. So sometimes we know, if those of you who celebrate Christmas, you have a tight little wound of Christmas lights. You can't pull it apart. You have to kind of relax the lights and let them shake and hang, and then they'll start to release themselves. But if you're trying to pull, the grip just gets tighter. Draw it back to center. And then lift through the right foot leg. Again, flex the foot as though it's pressing against the wall or the television in front of you. And take your hands under the thigh. Yeah, feel that nice hold. Some of you may extend the right leg up, if that felt good for you. And if the grip, I know we didn't start with the grip on the opposite side, so you're welcome to stay without it at the beginning of the right. Open the left knee away. That's what I want you to concentrate on. This kind of figure triangle reaching away from you, away from the rib, away from the hip. The right leg is bent or straight. The lower back is rooted, and the center, that base of your tailbone, is on the earth. So don't lift the tail up. Keep it grounded. If you extended the right leg, go there now. Hands come through, if you had done that before, interlace and feel the press into the thigh, and then bend through that leg. Some of you are going to use this, and we're actually going to rock up in this same position. So you're just going to rock yourself up to your seat. Hand is under thigh. And bring your hands now behind you. So we're in the figure 4. So I call this practice 360 degrees of pigeon for a reason, because you're going to experience pigeon on your back, as you just did, seated, and then classical as well. So left leg knee is reaching out. And feel that extension. I want you to keep the knee reaching away. So you can see from this angle that I'm really drawing my knee out, like an arrow from my hip to the left. And I'm going to actually help my body by coming a little taller on my fingertips to root my sitting bones down. Yeah, so we kind of like to scrunch our back here, create space in your spine, lift through the heart and chest. The palms can root if the wrists are not so comfortable there. Or you can bring your hands on blocks if you have them. Fists are great. Fists feel really rooted for me today. So feel that nice lift in the chest. Nice and long through the heart. So we were having some light music from Masood Ali Khan this morning. Beautiful sounds. And it seems the sounds of the ocean want to be stronger. So we're going to stay with the ocean today. If you have music in your house you want to put on, or if you have an Alexa, say, Alexa, play Masood Ali Khan, and you'll get the same experience. Feel that nice lift in your chest. And instead of going to the left now, you're going to draw that foot to the earth, all the way down. Foot to the earth, foot to the earth, foot to the earth. Okay? You're going to turn your body towards the foot. So now you're on the hip and the foot is to the earth. So you're going to create this space in the side body and an opening in the hip. Go ahead and extend the bottom leg out long and the foot is still crossed over. Walk the right arm out and feel long in your side waist. So shoot your right foot directly out of your hip. So if you look at the hip line, draw the thigh to the front of the ankle and press through your heel, and you're creating that strength. So those of you who have sciatica on your left, hopefully you're feeling more freedom. Now lift out of your chest and torso. Good. So be very proud, like those when birds are trying to mate and they're like showing all their feathers off. Press to the foot, lift, lift, lift. You can take your hand to the inner thigh, not on the knee, inside of it, and actually shine the inner thigh back and away too. So you're creating a lot of length in the body. It's like someone's putting you on a stretcher and pulling you in both directions. Like in The Princess Bride, the torture room where Wesley was being stretched. If you've never seen The Princess Bride, that's your homework for today. Lift through the heart, lift through the chest, open the front of the face. And go ahead and look down to the right hand, the root of the hand. See the 5 fingers, the knuckle. Feel that strength of your arm. And then use that look to turn and face to the front. Right knee is long, left leg is turned over. So the foot's already there, you're not moving it. You're going to pull it in a little bit closer and take your hands, interlace, and press your torso towards your thigh. Some of you, this could be enough for your body and where your hips are. Others are going to begin to rotate, so you can hug the arm around the shin and rotate your body away. Again, we have this kind of manipulation of our neck. Today we're really going to work differently, so I want you to actually turn your head back to the front and look at your front foot. So you get more of the release and the rotation through now thoracic spine, and the opening through the left sciatica is coming through the hip. Find both sitting bones and come tall. Look straight ahead and keep walking the left hand back through the shoulder, through the belly. A lot of digestive juices flowing. Bring both hands back. Hug that knee and shin. Take it nice and tall, and then slide your way right back to where you began. So we're back to where we were. Find a comfortable positioning for your hands. And now bring that leg closer. So before we were here reaching the knee away. Now we're reaching the right heel down and coming really close in. As close as that left sitting bone will allow, because this is how you get into that glute. You'll feel a little rotation in the medius right there. So the left leg glute now should be opening a bit. Different motion, completely different experience into the back and into the body. That's the interceptor behind me. So we've got a whole beautiful fish sanctuary all throughout this coast. And they are protecting to make sure that this area doesn't get overfished so that we can grow coral and help to improve the climate and the whole culture of this community. So we're helping to grow bigger fish and increase the biomass of this whole area. Go ahead and slide your seat closer to your heel. You should probably be a little more open now. It's not going to look like me because you don't live inside my body. It's going to look like you. So don't try to go anywhere but where your body takes you this moment. Good. Release the hands back. Whew. Turn the palms, fingers towards you. And just release that left leg long. Release the right leg long. And come into the hammock. So this is going to create space in the back. Press into the hands, palms down. And draw the torso back and down. Good. Feel that nice hammock in the back. So I want you to imagine you're peeling space into the lumbar. So you're going to pull the torso down and then charge the heart up. So it's very much like that upward dog or cobra of your chest. Draw the shoulder blades back. Reach the heels away at the same time. Heels are reaching away. So you're lifting out of your chest and lifting out of your back. Draw the chin forward and down. Use the hands to draw yourself back up. Good. Walk the hands back. So draw the left leg up and now cross the right ankle over. Okay, I'm just going to rotate around. That's my dance hall move for today. Reach the knee away. So we're still in that figure four. And again, remember, you were either on the fists or hands on blocks. Really make the wrists strong and long and reach the knee away from the body. Feel both sitting bones rooting, so you have that kind of grounded sensation in your seat. And we will take the rotation of this foot down, but not yet. I want you to get a little more lift and a little more space in the inner thigh, between the rib and inner thigh. So imagine that you could take this space here and open it up by the outer thigh knee reaching away. Wow, the breath is so important. The jaw and the pelvis are very closely connected, so we tend to tense our jaw. You'll see it come into my neck a lot. So you'll let that soften. And now look at the foot, and with your eyes, guide it down to the earth. Good. Rotate your whole body towards it. Walk the other hand out, and the hip to the bottom foot are going to extend out. And you're going to just walk your ankle against your thigh. So you have the figure four position. Flex through that leg long, and walk the hand out, and let the whole side body open. From under the armpit, chest draws back. So we tend to want to come forward here. Draw the chest back. Take your right hand to your heart and actually push the chest away. Yeah, and you'll feel space there. And then you can come to the inner thigh or knee and draw that away too. I get a good release when I push my thigh and knee away. So you're peeling your body in two directions. Right knee reaching, left foot reaching, torso reaching back. And you're opening the lower back where there's been all this compression, and you're trying to release that pressure. So where the sciatic nerve is feeling it's being squeezed, you're saying, all right, let's take some of the pressure of that tension and the tightness and of the hips being bound, and let's open up the squeeze. So what was red and tense and fiery is soon becoming a little bit lighter and softer and fluid. And if you go back to that scenario of the dirt road, you're really just driving the car of your breath right through that old devil's wash bowl of the body. Those of you from Northfield, Vermont know what I'm talking about. One more breath here. Such a good place to be in. Begin to turn. Keep the leg long as you did before and sit up. The opposite leg is still crossed over, so take a moment, any readjustments, and just interlace the fingers, press into the shin and sit tall. So there's a lot going on into the hip creases, so take a moment, let that kind of work through. And then you might stay right here. This could be a lot for your hips. You might start to turn towards the bent knee. Elbow can come around. Hand can come around behind you. And then return your gaze to the front center. So we tend to want to do a lot of our twisting with our neck. Today, you're going to do all the twisting with that mid-body and torso. The head comes center, and that ensures the twist and the rotation is coming across the thoracic spine. Feel it come through and down. Right shoulder blade hugs back. And look to the front foot and flex those toes back towards you. So that left foot rooted, the toes come on back. Yeah, and there's a lot of space there. Sit tall in your seat. One sitting bone is probably doing a little more work. Most likely you're leaning into the left a bit, so go ahead and reactivate the right down. Release that twist. Pull both hands to that shin. Come back to center for a moment. We're going to come back onto the left heel as you did before, but instead of being in this figure four open position, knee away, draw the heel as close as you can or scoot your body towards the heel. You're going to get in a tight little squeeze. And then the knee reaches away from that place. So we're coming up and deeper into the glute. So these variations of pigeon are really nice for those who have a lot going on in their back and knees, and you'll return here when we go to the deeper variation in a little bit. Good. Remember, after this, we had done the experiences of hammock to create space. We're going to do that, but we're going to do it on our belly into the variations of Shalabhasana, Locust Cobra, and a lot of back extension. So I'm hoping there's a few of you who asked specifically for sciatica release, herniated disc therapy. I'm not a physiotherapist. I've been doing this for a long time, and I know what asanas will serve you, but at the end of the day, you know your body. I'm not there in the room with you, so make sure that you honor what feels right and where you can breathe freely. Come on back out of it a bit. Free the right leg. Good. Free the left leg. And just feel that space. So sit tall in Dandasana for a moment. For most of us, this is a lot. Being able to just sit tall in our seat, extend the legs out. We're going to come onto our belly. So just take a moment, take your hands, kind of release the knees. Give them a little bit of love. Lift. You can actually take your hands and grab the patella or the kneecap and draw it around. And then however you wish to come onto your belly. If you're feeling fiery and you want to crush your ankles and chaturanga, up dog, down, that's great. I'm just going to do this and just roll over. Like a happy little sea manatee or something. So happily on my stomach. And I'm in an asana sphinx, which is one of my absolute favorites. So the forearms are grounded, the palms are spread, and the pelvis is rooted down. So find a comfortable space for you to feel the root of the pelvic floor, and now slide the toes away. So go ahead, lift the right leg, slide it further away. Lift the left leg, slide it back. That's really important to note because we will be doing that again when you're in pigeon, and you're actually creating space for your lower back, okay? So press into the forearms, draw the chest up, and now the right leg, flex the heel and draw the heel towards your glute and push the knee away. Okay. So the heel is drawing in, strong as it can, and you're drawing the knee away. Slide the thigh out and away. Heel's coming in, foot in, foot in, foot in, foot in, knee away. So you're opening the front of the thigh, you're opening the psoas, and you're feeling that squeeze through the glute, and then draw the foot all the way out and down. So you're creating a little space in the back. Flex the left foot, heel, same thing. Draw the heel in and draw the thigh away. Heel coming in, thigh going away. Strong through the quads, spacious in the back. Draw it in, thigh reaching away. Heel coming in closer. Knee stretching away, chest lifting up. Yeah, good. So feel that lift of the chest, shoulders draw back, and draw it down. Now keep that same lift of your chest. Keep the space as though you could pull the belly button off the mat. Some of you might actually be able to do that. Go ahead and belly button up to spine. Draw the shoulders back deeper. So if you can get your belly button off the mat and draw it up towards your spine, physically there may be flesh in the way or a nice full good dinner, so don't worry about actually lifting your stomach off the mat, but that energetic internal drawing up and in, up and in, up and in, shoulders back. Now slide the feet away. Good. All that space in the back. Now I want you to widen your sitting bones outward. Yeah. You're not going to actually physically move much, but imagine your sitting bones spreading out. And breathe into the space of your back. Close your eyes and imagine all that breath and energy going there and helping to unravel that tension in that highway. So you're lifted, you're open, you're spacious. Sitting bones are wide, feet are pressing down, toes are stretching away. Inhale and exhale. If you did that right, you really felt some energy there. Come on down. Wag your tailbone. Let your forehead rest on your hands. Just wag, 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 wag. Okay. We're going to do another variation of that. Come on up on your ribs. Let me draw my shirt away because those of you who want to look at a nice view, you don't need to see my laundry. Come on your forearms. And we're going to open the side body a little first. So we're back on our forearms. Our thighs are long. And go ahead and just shake out the heels and glutes so there's no tension in the glutes. And you're just going to lift the head and heart and look over your left shoulder. Good. Stay tall. Look over your left shoulder. Hopefully you feel space in your right sideways. Slide the right foot away and look over your left shoulder. Good. Create that line. And now bend the right heel towards you. Slide the knee away. Look over your left shoulder. Opening through the right sideways. Slide the knee away. Look over the left. Some of you who want more depth here are going to take your right hand and turn it. And you're actually going to turn your body up a little more. So you're lifting. Those of you who want more depth, if you've got a lot going on in your body and this is more therapeutic, do not lift your arm. Others are going to reach across and take the foot in and feel a little lift in the side body. So you're crossing the body, the knees reaching away, and you're looking over and you're feeling that nice opening. Thighs pressing down to the mat. Yes, opening up through the front of the psoas. Pull the heel in so you don't boomerang. Release. Draw the hand away. And you can just cross arm over arm if you did that because we are going to come to the opposite side. Elongate. And look over your right shoulder. Good. Feel the lift. And then you're going to bend the opposite heel, knee coming in. Knee, thigh pressing down, heel coming in. And then lift your right hand and help your torso to open up a little bit. Take time. Maybe you reach back and the ankle's there and the foot. And you feel that opening. Breathe long through the neck, long through the side waist. Some of us are looking over our right shoulder, and that's perfect for you today. Pull the heel in so you don't boomerang. Release the foot. Come on back. Forearms down. Whew. Pull the belly in. Curl the toes under and activate the core. So a little Dandasana, a little core activation there. That'll help release the back. Good. Curl those toes under. Make sure they're strong. Reach the heels away. And then draw the knees in and down. Good. So those of us working with sciatica and herniated disc, we're not going to be coming into downward dog. We're going to be coming into dolphin. You're going to keep your forearms down. Palms are long and strong. You're going to bring your knees under your hips. And you're going to lift the knees. And then you're going to be able to extend the seat up and away. Breathing through the back body, creating space. Letting the chest open, pressing through the arms. Good. This is a strong asana. So with those with tight hamstrings, the knees will be bent, and that's perfect. One more breath here. Let the knees come down. Flatten the feet, and we're on our hands and our knees. Beautiful. So feel the tabletop. The body wants to kind of hang out here. Draw the belly in strong to the core, and just reach that right leg back. So the leg can do a lot of things here. I want you to plug it back into the body so you feel that strength through the front body. So instead of, when it hangs back, you'll see the heart will come down. Plug the leg in. Good. Feel the balance. Left arm is going to reach out and away. Good. Lift up strong through the glutes. Strong balancing. And then all you're going to do is pull elbow towards hip and knee towards elbow. So you're not connecting them. Keep them in their own channel. Reach out, extend. They're not connecting under. Do not go elbow to knee. Go knee to same side elbow. Right to right, left to left. Yes. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. That other elbow to the hip. Hold it in, strong, strong, strong. And then one more time, take it out. Set the hand down. Good. Keep that length in the leg. And then draw the foot through for just a moment. Whew. So our right foot is in front of us. That's a lot of work for a lot of us. So we're just going to get into the hamstring of the right side just a little. Just pull the body back. So you're just in this little extension of a mini low lunge, and you're just sliding back just a little bit. If you need more support, you can take the mat and just give it extra cushion under your left knee. We're not going to be here that long, but still, if you're on a not so soft surface, it's the beauty of practicing at home. A lot of you are on like carpets and blankets and pillows. Good. Feel that lift. Come forward and take the right leg back. Take a moment, bring the feet together, knees apart, and just settle back towards child's pose. Nice long wide back and glutes. Head drawing down. You can sway a little bit in the hips and the pelvis. Pull the belly in and come back up, and let us enjoy that on the other side. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Feel again that strong belly as the left leg comes up and back. So it can hang out very easily. I want you to plug it into your body. Feel that wrapping sensation of up and in. Root through the left hand and extend through the right. Pull the ribs up and in. Feel that hugging into the center channel. Take all those organs, pull them up in towards the back. And now knee to left elbow, right to hip. Hug in, extend out. So stay in your lane. Up and exhale. Same side. Yes. And extend out. Keep this hip square. Up and exhale. Inhale, extend out. Let's do one more on the left. Up and exhale in. Hold it there. Keep the knee there. Take the hand down. Look forward. Step it through. See, I tricked you. And then just slide back a little bit. That's all. Not a lot of production. So that left leg is out in front of us. And whether or not I'm teaching a vinyasa or a hatha, I love the flow of a yoga practice where each asana, like you have a good book and it's a page turner, and each time you turn the page, you just can't wait to see the words on the next line and chapter. So yoga for me is like that, and I love when I can really bring you into asanas that make sense and speak to each other. So come on forward, and that left leg is there. This is when you have a freedom to grab a couple pillows. So if there's towels or anything, you stay right there. I'm just going to grab a few towels so I can demonstrate what we would be doing, because it's really important to know how to prop yourself up, okay? So grab your beach towels, if only, and you're all still here, just chilling, right? You're going to walk that leg in and just draw the foot in really close to you for beginners. Now, if this is a lot for your knee today, I want you to really bring that foot not even cross the body. So these towels are going to become your chair, and you're going to slide them right under that left glute, like a king pigeon would do. So left knee is forward. You've got all this space under you, and you've got all this cushion, so go ahead and just set yourself up for success, okay? Those of you who don't need that cushioning and you're not going to bring that under, that means you can comfortably come down and the spine stays center, okay? You don't fall to the left. If you fall to the left, what's happening is you're just containing and clenching. If that's too much for you completely, you're going to lay on your belly, down you go, and all you're going to do is bring your knee up, lay on your stomach, and bring your elbow to the side, and turn your head in the opposite direction. Okay? So that's your positional therapy. For those of you who are just working with a lot in your back, knee and elbow towards one another, head away. Those of you in pigeon are going to cross the left, just as you've done. And if you're more comfortable in pigeon, you're going to start to walk the shin towards the front of your mat as best as it can. If you're propped on the blankets or pillows, you're going to stay tall, okay? The body is invited forward and down once it's rooted and earthbound. So if you've put something between you and the earth, you're going to want to stay tall and lifted. Those of you who are comfortable in the classical variation and don't need as much support are going to curl the back toes, slide the thigh away. Curl the back toes, slide the thigh away. And I want you to imagine the flesh of your back thigh coming up and in. So this inner thigh flesh is coming up and up and up so that you're drawing the right hip down, the left sitting bone roots, and you're creating this beautiful tabletop for the back to open, all that space in that left thigh to expand, the glute to release the pull, and then maybe you're down on your forearms. The flexion of the foot is important, the extension of your back right leg, the lift of the chest for some, and the descent of the chest and the head for others. Your very unique body is going to experience this in your very unique way. So there is no, like I like to say, there's not a lot of production here. But the medicine of pigeon is the longer you stay, the more release will come, the more unraveling. It's like the best storytelling, and you just get deeper and deeper until you're in the fairy tale of your life. But you have to really spend the time to let your hips tell you the story, or else you've just read the acknowledgments over and over again, and you haven't even started. So really get in there. Be patient with yourself. This is not when you go make your coffee, okay? This is not when you decide to go and get water because you're so thirsty all of a sudden. So please, don't make me do the work alone. It's helpful when you're there with me. We are all in this variation of pigeon. And your beautiful variation. So you could be on your belly with knee towards elbow, and this is good therapy for you. You're going to stay there a little longer. Don't worry, I'm timing it out. If you were down on your chest and forehead, I'm going to invite you to come up onto your forearms. If you were in a heart opening variation, you were holding your back foot, you were experiencing more of the king pigeon, you're going to release that foot and let the hands come down. Begin to climb up onto your hands, and everyone is now here and lifted. Hands or fingertips tented. You might have a good bunch of camping gear under your left hip. That's absolutely fine. Feel all that lift. Activate. And now you're going to take your torso and you're going to walk it towards your foot, over to the right. That's all. Look over your shoulder and see that leg and that thigh and extend it down. So you're creating a little more length and energy through that left side body from the knee to the hip, looking over the shoulder and towards the right leg. Come back to center. Take a moment in the center. And then begin to rock the pigeon a little. Just like you're holding a little baby bird and you're just going to rock that pigeon all the way side to side. Let it free up your breath. Hands will climb higher. Chest will be broader. Shoulders will be more open. And then curl the back toes and lift the knee up. And curl and lift and curl and lift. I know. And up you go. Walk the hands. Come back and extend that left leg forward. Back to the Ardha Hanuman. Oh. I'm with you, don't worry. Let all that energy and all that fire and all that light just drive down that left leg. Bend into it and free it behind you. Whew. Here you can really feel that opportunity. So go ahead and just sway through the hips. Let them free themselves forward and back. All the way over. Hopefully you'll get a nice release through the front, through the psoas. You can be on palms, fingertips here. Just let the body stir around. all the way. Know and remember which direction you're doing this in, because we are going to go in the opposite direction. You don't really have to remember it. I'm realizing I'm not bringing you back to this position after the second pigeon, so I'm trying to set you up for symmetrical success. Believe it or not, it's very important to yogis. All right, so the right leg is very jealous. That left leg just had a whole bunch of fun and party. And this right leg has a whole different story and history. So go ahead and just slide the knee up. Turn the foot across. Okay? Those of you in the therapeutic variation, you're going to come onto your belly, elbow to knee to elbow, and you're going to come right on the earth. So I might not have been in the actual screen there. Right knee, right elbow. Turn your head away, and you're laying on your belly. And that's a beautiful lumbar spinal release. This is going to be great for those of you working with the lower back and with the herniated disc. Everyone else coming into the sciatica, you're going to bring the foot up and in. And again, you've got props. So you've got those towels, those blankets, the couch pillows, the decorative pillows. You're going to take them right under and create that cushion. The last thing I want is for you to be over here on the right hip thinking that you're in your pigeon. You want to be direct. So the hands can come to the hips and you can actually ensure that you're in the center. Find that support, and then fingertips down. And then curl the left toes away and slide the thigh away, flatten the foot. Curl the left, slide the thigh and flatten the foot. And remember how we brought that inner thigh up and in. So this opposite leg kind of spools out, and I really want that thigh to bring up, the inner flesh turning up, and then you're centered. This side is a lot more open and freer for me and my body today, so I'm pulled right to the earth. As soon as I get there, I'm like, yes, I just want to go down. You may not have the same experience. So really listen to what your body calls for and says, and give it what it wants, but listen. Don't force onto it what it doesn't want. So as you come into that space and you're breathing through that right side, those of you who did the therapeutic, make sure that you turn your head away from the bent elbow, bent knee. So right knee and right elbow are towards one another and head is away. And it's going to give you that opening through the lower back and that space. Those of you who are propped up and you're tall and proud in your hips, relax the jaw. Relax the tightness at the base of the teeth. It's not going to be an internal relaxation or an internal release if your face is like, ah. So really let the tongue loll away from the teeth. Let the jaw soften. Maybe your hands are tense. Let the hands soften. If you could surrender one more thought or muscle or piece of flesh into the earth, see what that would be and where it can be, and go there. And just melt down so deeply. Melt the belly, the chest, the heart, the forehead. Breathe the belly breath so full, so expansive. And remember, we're turning the pages here. We're breathing into the next chapter of our body. So let the story unravel from within you. Let that inner reading write itself as though the hips held the most beautiful calligraphy of your breath. And allow yourself to be there just a little longer. If you have been on your chest or descended on your forehead, you can begin to come up onto the forearms. If you were in any variation of king pigeon and you were reaching back and doing back bends and beautiful dances, start to surrender the back leg. And let's all come to this tall, expansive, proud pigeon chest. Enough so we can walk towards the foot. So we're coming towards the left, away from the bent knee, and looking over the shoulder. The side body is opening from the hip to the knee, that beautiful journey, that kind of L shape. And send your breath right to that place that kind of spoke to you right there. Just send your breath directly there. Just say, okay, I'm directing you. And come back to center. We are going to release that leg, but instead remove the cushions and take your left leg forward and slide yourself down onto your back and draw the right leg in and open the hamstring. You're on your back now. The right leg hamstring is opening. You're creating that space and that balance. Slide your hand to your knee. Slide your other hand to your other knee. Knees are going to separate. Feet come together if you're able, and hold the fronts of the ankles and draw the knees away. So we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana in a moment, feet together, knees apart. Just take that grounding kind of hanging basket. If you really want to open the shoulders and chest one last time, you can actually lift the head up and hold onto your front shins and hang out here for a moment. Others, let the head come down. Let the feet come to the earth. Feet together, knees apart. Walk your torso away from your hips. So a lift of the shoulder blades and then inch them away. So you've just opened the lower back one last time. Deep belly breaths. If any last asana, shape, pose calls to you, you can go there now. If those of you who like to sit and close in meditation, you can go there now. And others will just slide the right leg out and away. Slide the left leg out and away. Turn the palms up and land in Shavasana. Let the eyes fall into their sockets. The eyelids rest heavily. The unfurrowing of the brow and the softening of the forehead. Teeth falling away, tongue melting down. Lips parting slightly. Jaw unhinged. Skull resting back. Shoulders falling apart. As though the breeze from the ocean could just dance over your skin this very moment, close your eyes and find yourself floating, resting in the sand, floating in the sea. Belly breaths full, and the poetry of the hips unraveling. Your breath as though it's clearing the energy of tension, releasing the pain, and just stay in that space a little longer. I'm only coming up because I'm going to do a reading for you. So you're still down on your back, relaxing, releasing, and breathing. This is a poem and a meditation, and it's called Drunk with What? Get drunk. One should always be drunk. That's the great thing. The only question, not to feel the horrible burden of time weighing on your shoulders and bowing you to the earth. You should be drunk without respite. Drunk with what? With wine, with poetry, with virtue, as you please. But get drunk. And if sometimes you should happen to awake on the stairs of a palace, on the green grass of a ditch, in the dreary solitude of your own room, and find that your drunkenness is ebbing or has vanished, Ask the wind and the wave. Ask star, bird, or clock. Ask everything that flows, everything that sings, everything that speaks. Ask them the time. And the wind, the wave, the star, the bird, and the clock will all reply, "It is time to get drunk." If you are not to be martyred slaves of time, be perpetually drunk with wine, with poetry, or with virtue, as you please. The idea behind this space and this poem is that inner ecstasy, that lightness of being. So I'm not literally telling you to go and get drunk right now on wine, but to feel that freedom and that lightness, like when a beautiful poem or song or hug connect to you and you just breathe into it completely. In your Shavasana right now, breathe into your heart, to your belly, to that state of mind, the lightness of being. If you're lying down, begin to stretch your legs out, reach your arms over your head. If you're seated, stretch your arms up long and feel the body reaching a little to the left and a little to the right. And just roll yourself onto one side, not yet sitting up, just roll over. Let the hand rest on the earth. And connect to your intention. What poetry will you bring into your life today or this evening? What will you write from the freedom you've created in your body? And as you plant that seed, however large or small, let it rise you up your spine. Find the sitting bones, crossing of the ankles or legs out free. Let the spine climb one vertebra, each chakra stacking the spinning wheels of energy, really igniting each other from the crown to the base. Eyes are closed or Ardha Drishti half closed. And just take a moment feeling the spaciousness you've created. Tap into your lower back, feel it. Your outer hips, breathe them. And know that you can return to the spaciousness of your body again and again. And breathe into this very body again and again. The hands meet at the heart. The head bows down to the teacher within. The light within me honors that within each of you. Namaste. So today was a special group of requests. Those of you who had made those requests, I hope that this class helped serve you, and those who didn't, hopefully you got some respite in your hips, some sciatica release, some relief in the lower back, and just some freedom in your breath and your body. I will post on my Facebook page that very drunken poem, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Please drop into the comments where you're practicing from and any requests that you have for Thursday morning. I have a lot of opportunities in my toolbox to serve you, and I'm grateful to be here. My name's Sienna Creasy. We're here at the Jamaica Inn, practicing at the beautiful deck of Cottage 7, and I can't wait to practice with you again. Have a great day.